Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to take a look to this fascinating world of biomaterials. In fact, the field is so broad that today I'm only going to talk about this, meaning wood-based cellulose materials and the future of them. As mentioned, my name is Pirjo Kääriäinen, and originally I'm a designer. I have a background in textile industry. We used to have quite a lot of textile industry also in Scandinavia that time that I was working there. So a couple of years I've been working in the Aalto University, and at the moment I'm working as a designer in residence between two disciplines, between design and material sciences, meaning School of Chemical Technology and School of Art, Design and Architecture. And this is birch, one of the wonderful things that are growing here. So, in our opinion, we have this cellulose material, which can be the real super material in the future. Here it is. Here is the star of my story. It's coming out of the wood. And here you can see it's nanocellulose. It's quite specially produced, and it's extremely interesting material. So, I have to read a little bit. Yes, about this cellulose material. What makes it extremely interesting is that it's abundant material, so it can be found everywhere in the nature. The material itself is coming from the plant cells, or cell walls, in fact. And it's pretty amazing that it can be extremely soft, like this. I'm quite sure that many of you have already met cellulose this morning, because this one might be in your garments. It can be called viscose, modal, tensile, lyocell, whatever. But it represents something like 5% of the all textile fibers used today. And of course, we hope that it will be even more in the future. But the cellulose material can also be extremely hard and light and durable. These are just the first examples, prototypes made out of nanocellulose by my colleague, researcher Tiina Härkäsalmi. So, there has been, pulp and paper industry has been the foundation of Finnish society for decades. So, and there's been lots of research going on. So what's the new? Why am I here? So what we are now doing and trying to push forward this kind of design-driven approach. And the idea is that we combine different specialists coming from either from the material sciences, coming from the chemistry, coming from the engineering, coming from design. And idea is to try to make big technology leaps, and by those things, combining technology and thinking of the user. Designers are very good in, usually at least they should be good in thinking about the user, the end user and also the customers and the needs of those two. So by combining those things, we also hope to be able to generate new kinds of business seeds. And what is important here is that now we are working together in practice, not in theory. It means that we are sitting in the same meetings, discussing about the research details and so on. Designers are very useful because they can think about the consumer or the user, but they are also very good in imagining the futures and visualizing the things that don't exist yet. Designers are also good in making prototypes. So kind of a material research and development through prototyping is extremely efficient method. And here in this picture you can see an example. It's a foam-formed material. It's developed in VTT in Finland, and it's the colors and the shapes they have created to test the different kinds of properties that the material has and explore the opportunities too of that specific technology. So what is the idea behind all these research projects and developments? It would be great to substitute some plastics. It would be great to replace cotton. Like I mentioned, nowadays it's only 5% of the all textile fibers used globally that are based on these wood cellulose fibers. So there is a lot of space for new development and to increase the use of these man-made textile fibers. There are several problems with the cotton cultivation at the moment. I think many of you have heard of those. And of course, also the population is growing all the time, so there is a need for garments and textiles in the future. So we really hope that we can, in the future, these wood cellulose-based fibers will be used more and more. Also, idea is to figure out what kind of new applications we could innovate or create. Not only paper and pulp and other traditional applications, but also high added value products. I also forgot to mention, I was talking about that you might have textile in your garments, the wood-based cellulose in your garments, but you have also met cellulose if you have been washing your teeth this morning or if you have taken any pills, because this special cellulose materials are used as a filling on those products. So at the moment I'm working for this project. It's called Design-Driven Value Change in the World of Cellulose. It's a multidisciplinary collaboration. We have 2 universities, in fact 3 universities, Aalto University, University of Vaasa, and Tampere University of Technology, and also Tekes is funding that, and then we have VTT as a partner, research center in Finland. What we have been able to do so far, we have managed to produce some fiber filaments out of extremely durable filaments like yarn-like materials. We've been working with also with those hard materials that I was already showing you, how to make these 100% cellulose materials or composites. We've been working around with recycling. So you can see on the screen there's an example of recycled paper and cardboard. Extremely beautiful, nice feeling knits, which are produced with a new ion cell F process, developed also here in Finland. And these products got the European Paper Recycling Award for a couple of weeks ago. And of course, 3D printing. So everybody knows that that's the hype at the moment, and there are fast technological development going on with the printers. The material itself, the cellulose-based materials, are pretty difficult to print, but we are working also on that field. And also one idea is not to print the whole material, but to print on something. So for example, printing on textiles with printing on cellulose-based materials on cellulose-based textiles. It opens a really interesting perspective for the future. So that's something I really believe in, is to combine the combination of old and new technologies. Yes. So what other applications, what they could be? We are working on a basic research at the moment, so we are not exactly doing product development projects in this project. So idea is to, for example, if you imagine that we could have the composites, 100% cellulose layered with different kinds of functional materials. So it's still, there would be functional properties, but the end product could be recycled, for example, easily. And here in the picture, here in the screen, you also see first 3D printed samples, not textile ones, but the solid objects. So, but that's not the only new production method that we are working with. It's also this different kinds of ways how to extrude and work with these cellulose-based materials. I'm working for this design-driven value chain project, but here in the screen you see several other projects that are also running parallel at the moment in Finland. So there's quite a lot of things going on. All these projects here are using this design-driven method. So they are combinations, multidisciplinary collaboration of technology, science, and design. And there are several research institutes and universities of applied sciences together. Some of them are funded by EU, some of them are funded here in Finland, for example, by Tekes. And there is a question mark. Hopefully there are more projects coming, because we really need this kind of new approaches and new kind of collaboration also in this field of material development. One thing we need to do all the time, we need to inspire the future generation. So because I'm working also in the university, so how to inspire these people who are nowadays living more and more, they're more and more interested in this virtual world and digital business and so on. But hey, there is also this tangible world around us. And also in the future, we are going to need safety and comfort around us. So we really hope to get young people interested in that kind of approach. And we have started this ChemArts collaboration in Aalto University between these two schools. And we really try to figure out how to make shared projects, shared courses, etc. and embed this kind of new way of thinking and new way of collaborating and the enthusiasm towards materials, especially biomaterials, because we need to work towards a sustainable future. I have mentioned some things that are going on, but these are not the only ones. So there are several other projects going on. And we are aiming to make Finland a real cellulose hub. We have lots of knowledge already, and we are working to make it even more, to prod it even more. So there are, for example, this Click Innovation, which is a new cluster for clean tech and bioeconomy. They have just started. They are a big player in this field. We have kind of promotion organizations like Uusipuu, New Tree, working on this field. We have several startup companies, which you are going to hear a little bit more. In the next speaker will tell one story. So that's also a great thing, because it's not so easy to make a startup in this field where you really need lots of investments and lots of time to develop these material things. So there are some examples of those companies. We really hope that everybody who is working on this field of biomaterials, let's join forces, let's work together. And we are opening soon. There will be a couple of web pages opening soon that you will be able to follow what's going on. And so next 2 years, 16 and 17, you know, Finland is turning 100 years of independence. So there's going to be lots of, and we have been living from forests and the wood. So there's going to be lots of things and activities around these wood-based cellulose materials from many perspectives. So I really hope that you keep on following what's going on and get inspired and, yes, it's not only digital world, it's also material world around us. Thank you.